VidCon 2018. VidCon Australia 2018, in one word for me, would be fluctuating. And okay, I know that doesn't really make sense. Like, I mean it in the sense that some of the bits were great and incredible and I loved it. Some of the bits were less great. I went to VidCon on a creator pass. It was my second VidCon. I went to the one last year. You can check out my other last video about VidCon 2017 if you want. Anyway, so the first night of VidCon was the Friday. And I picked up my little pass ticket badge thing, what do you call them? And it had an opening show. But it provoked an interesting thought, was that how do you translate online video to theatre, which has a live audience and an interaction of thought?
For Jazza.
1 minute done. Pirate.
Go.
Go. Oh.
Go, Jazza!
Look at this guy.
And so the first day comes around, the Saturday. It wasn't bad, it was just interesting. I feel like I would have had a lot better time if I had people I knew around me. And I mean interesting not in a bad way, like that's interesting. I mean in terms of like fascinating. I went to some creator things. And I went to some community things, and I'm still not sure which ones I preferred. The creative things were great. They were really, really informative. I learnt about like my camera, which is very handy. But when I think about it, the things that stand out to me were the community things. Like there was a dancing thing in the morning, which was really cool. There was an open mic session. It felt like YouTube as opposed to the panels, if that makes any sense. The creator keynote came round, and that was a thing.
I'm the CEO and the CFO. Just thought you should know. Through the stereo, I'm the CEO.
Great organizations or not so great organizations or just other people, and you will sometimes have contracts involved in that process. So I want to talk about one of the worst feelings of being a creator, which is that feeling when you think, am I getting screwed right now?
I just came home and I went to bed and I was like, oh, the second day will be fine. Like, I didn't have high hopes. So I'm like I was here and now I'm like, oh, kind of dreading it, thinking about all the stuff I have to do the following week and yeah. And so I get up Sunday morning, as Sunday is, it's Sunday PTV, which is terrible here in Melbourne. I'll let me tell you that, because I took some footage complaining a lot. Long story short, it's a Sunday, so there's no buses, even though the app said that there were. So I am now walking to the train station. It's okay, it just means I'm going to be late, which, you know, isn't a big thing. I just like frustrated. So not as relaxing a morning as I would have liked. Okay, today's should be good. Oh, luckily it's only like a 15-minute walk. You know what's worse than not catching the bus because there's no buses, because it's a Sunday, is walking to the train station, cresting the hill, and you're like, what, 500 meters away from the train station? And you just see it leave the station and you've missed the bus, the train, so you have to wait another 20 minutes, which isn't that long, really, but still, it's just annoying. So I was late, I was a little bit anxious, and I kind of just wanted to sleep. And all the signs from the commute to VidCon were just being like, Amelia, you're gonna have a terrible day, so just deal with it. It's just gonna be one of those days. But surprisingly, the morning was good. enjoyable even. I went to some panels, heard really creative people talk about community and how to avoid burnout. And then I went to a thing that was this fancy ass networking session, which was new this year for the creator track. I cringe. And this session was for booktubers in Australia, Australian booktubers. And I met so many cool people. It was terrifying for me. I was so scared. I was like, I almost didn't go. Like, I mean, introducing myself to a room full of strangers. I don't do new people very well. That's why I'm talking to a camera right now. But I pushed through it, and I'm just so incredibly thankful to my past self that I did. I met some really great people. Some like-minded people who love books, which is incredible. Moderator Kat from Stars and Embers was so cool, so kind and cool and amazing, and I don't know, I'm just saying stuff now. And she had organised books from publishers, which is incredible. So a huge thank you to Pan Macmillan for Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, and Alan and Unwin for Killer Tea by Robert Muchamore. And Kat for organising it, because like, whoa, that was cool. So I got Killer Tea by Robert Muchamore, who wrote the Cherub series, which was a childhood fave. And I also got Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, which is a retelling, I think, of Rumpelstiltskin, which is pretty cool. And I'm very excited to read it. And I'm going to put it at the top of my to-be-read book. I'm just, like, very excited to have books. But the books was not the highlight of the session. Like, it was the people, and meeting people who were so passionate about books and making content about books, and so lovely. Like, thank you everyone who was there, because I'm like, it like made my VidCon, honestly. And then I stayed on for the networking session for the Australian like YouTuber group that's on a thing, and these two sessions were just so, I don't have any footage unfortunately, I wish I had. But these two sessions were just so positive. Everybody was so lovely and just welcoming and just like so warm towards everyone. And maybe I'm naive in thinking all of that was most of it was genuine, but fake or not, it was infectious. So incredibly infectious, and not in like a, well, now I have the bubonic plague way. That was a bad joke. I am sad that I wrote that in my notes and thought it was funny. Then I went to the creator show, which was great. There was like Auntie Donna.
Everything's a drum, everything's a drum, everything's a drum, everything's a drum. Hey, did you know my tongue is a drum? Best day of my life, best day of my life. Year 11s are away on camp, and they usually sit on the bench, but because they were away on camp, we got to sit on the bench. Best day of my life, best day of my life.
And Gabby, Hannah from the Gabby Show.
I know you, but you're really a stranger.
It was really entertaining. Thomas Sanders.
I'll have you know, everybody's been telling me to try a good old Tim Tam, and specifically a Tim Tam Slam.
You ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go! That's it. Good.
But however great this community show was, what was the best thing about VidCon, I thought, 2018, was the passion that was in everyone. But the passion that everyone had for online video and online video creation and online video consumption. I feel like in the real world, you can't be passionate about things without also being cynical about them. And like a little bit using self-deprecation to explore how passionate you... And people at VidCon Australia 2018 were unapologetically passionate. And passion is infectious. Like everything. You can share it with people just by expressing it. And that was the strength of VidCon, and that was the highlight of VidCon. Not any of the specific panels or sessions or anything I went to, but it was the community behind YouTube Australia that was incredible. Wow. Thank you everyone who went to VidCon Australia and made it what it was. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Amelia. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. If you have VidCon experiences, let me know down in the comments. Yeah. See you in the next video. Bye.